After the parade was over, all the engines were at Brendam Docks. "Ahoy there, gender vehicles!" Salty said. After my story of the sea, we're gonna sing If You're Happy and You Know It, Clap Your Hands. And let me tell you the story. Long ago, my sister Pepper was making her way down the line and she crashed near the drawbridge bed and smashed into a barge full of bombs. And they all exploded. And the whole boat started to sink. And it sunk to the bottom of the sea. And then my sister Pepper went into the drink. And she sunk. And she was stuck down there forever and permanently until the fire was out, after the fire boat put it out. And at last she was on dry land again, and she made her way to dry shore, and she went over to the watch. And now she came to a stop, and after she was repaired, a big CSX freight train went along, and then it clattered down the line, and there's a subway car, and it smashed into the subway car, destroying the robots and making jelly splash out of their bellies, and it caused a big explosion, and it caused everyone to be hurt and worse. And then the train stayed on the tracks, and then a whole bunch of robots exploded in the cab, and it was a disgusting mess, and it was devastating, and the locomotive was covered in robot jelly. That was a silly name, and then it was stuck forever, and we couldn't move it, and then the train stood there for a long time, and it was stuck forever. Now is everyone ready for If You're Happy and You Know It? Asked Salty. "I am," Percy said. "Now let's get started, me hearties," Salty said. And the engines began. If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. If you're happy and you know it, and your face will surely show it. But if you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. And then came the next verse. If you're happy and you know it, stomp your feet. If you're happy and you know it, stomp your feet. If you're happy and you know it, and your face will surely show it. If you're happy and you know it, stomp your feet. Then, if you're happy and you know it, shout hooray, hooray! If you're happy and you know it, shout hooray, hooray! If you're happy and you know it, and your face will surely show it. If you're happy and you know it, shout hooray, hooray! And then the last verse occurred. If you're happy and you know it, turn around. If you're happy and you know it, turn around. If you're happy and you know it, and the trains just wanna show it. If you're happy and you know it, turn around. And then the last verse came after the chorus. If you're happy and you know it, do a four. Hooray! If you're happy and you know it, do a four. Hooray! If you're happy and you know it, and the locomotive's showing. If you're happy and you knew it, do it for. After the song was over, Neo was collecting bumper cars at Brendan Docks for the carousel at the carnival. That would be setting if you're happy and you know it, clap your hands, Duncan said. I know Thomas the Train. I do know Thomas the Train, Nia said. He's my best friend. But she spoke too soon. If they sang If You're Happy and You Know It on Thomas, wouldn't that be silly? Laughed Duncan. That would be very silly, Duncan. Nia laughed. And she steamed out of the yard. She was feeling excited for the carnival to start. The troublesome trucks laughed. Just then, Cressy arrived in the yard. She was delivering her freight cars on time. If you're happy and you know it, Thomas the Train song is 18 hours long, Cressy, Duncan said. Cressy was surprised. That's a really long time for a song, Cressy said. I'm never listening to a song that long. And she laughed out of the yard.